Previous Nina Rahimi of the San Francisco Immigrant Rights Commission speaks about the Supreme Court's decision on President Trump's travel ban policy during a protest rally on the steps of City Hall in San Francisco, California, Tuesday, June 26, 2018. Carl Mondin, Bay Area News Group, Sahiba Basrai of Oakland shows her disapproval with the Supreme Court's decision on President Trump's travel ban policy during a rally on the steps of City Hall in San Francisco, California, Tuesday, June 26, 2018. Carl Mondin, Bay Area News Group, Don Cornejo shows his disapproval with the Supreme Court's decision on President Trump's travel ban policy during a rally on the steps of City Hall in San Francisco, California, Tuesday, June 26, 2018. Carl Mondin, Bay Area News Group, Sound the Gallery will resume in seconds. Din Tamaki speaks about the Supreme Court's decision on President Trump's travel ban policy during a protest rally on the steps of City Hall in San Francisco, California, Tuesday, June 26, 2018. Carl Mondin, Bay Area News Group, civil rights groups upset with the Supreme Court's decision on President Trump's travel ban policy rally on the steps of City Hall in San Francisco, California, Tuesday, June 26, 2018. Carl Mondin, Bay Area News Group, civil rights leaders gathered on the steps of San Francisco City to voice their displeasure with the Supreme Court's decision on President Trump's travel ban policy, Tuesday, June 26, 2018. Carl Mondin, Bay Area News Group, Nina Rahimi of the San Francisco Immigrant Rights Commission speaks about the Supreme Court's decision on President Trump's travel ban policy during a protest rally on the steps of City Hall in San Francisco, California, Tuesday, June 26, 2018. Carl Mondin, Bay Area News Group, Sahiba Basrai of Oakland shows her disapproval with the Supreme Court's decision on President Trump's travel ban policy during a rally on the steps of City Hall in San Francisco, California, Tuesday, June 26, 2018. Carl Mondin, Bay Area News Group, next show caption 1 of 6 Sahiba Basrai of Oakland shows her disapproval with the Supreme Court's decision on President Trump's travel ban policy during a rally on the steps of City Hall in San Francisco, California, Tuesday, June 26, 2018. Carl Mondin, Bay Area News Group, expand. Click here if you are having a problem viewing the photos or video on a mobile device. The Supreme Court delivered a smackdown to California on Tuesday, handing down back-to-back decisions against the state in high-profile cases over President Trump's travel ban policy and a state law regulating pregnancy centers. The 5-4 rulings, with Trump-appointed Justice Neil Gorsuch voting against California in both cases, suggest limits for the Golden State's legal resistance as long as conservatives control a majority on the High Court. Ad choice advertising and red invented by Teeds. Both decisions overturned favorable rulings for California from the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, the San Francisco-based court known for its liberal leaning, which has proved more fertile ground for the state's cases. The courts have become the front line of the increasingly acrimonious battles between California's Democratic leaders and the Trump administration over the last year and a half. State Attorney General Xavier Becerra has filed more than 24 lawsuits against the federal government, often joining with other liberal states, and the feds have fired back. But most of California's cases are still working their way through the court system, and few have made it to the Supreme Court so far. The legal duels cover topics from sanctuary cities to healthcare to environmental regulations to the 2020 census. Legally, at least, neither of Tuesday's rulings means much for California's heavy docket of lawsuits. The travel ban decision, which outlines a broad power for the president to determine who can enter the U.S., doesn't necessarily apply to issues of sanctuary policy or whether the administration can force states to help it enforce immigration law, said Ilya Soman, a law professor at George Mason University. The Trump administration wasn't a party in the pregnancy center case. When we're talking about the California judicial resistance, we're talking about a wide range of very different issues, Soman said. These rulings aren't some kind of general judgment on all of the legal arguments California and other states are making. Still, the decisions are a reminder that the conservative majority on the court could be a bulwark against the state's much-vaunted legal defiance, and that wins in more liberal lower courts don't always last. It really matters who's on the Supreme Court, and it was hugely important that President Trump was able to nominate Neil Gorsuch, said Jessica Levinson, a professor at Loyola Law School in Los Angeles. We have a conservative Supreme Court, and to the extent that some of those additional issues will work their way up to the Supreme Court, it doesn't look so good for California. In addition, the travel ban ruling might be seen as a cautionary signal to lower courts not to issue broad nationwide injunctions and attempt to set nationwide policy, said Eugene Kontorovich, a Northwestern Law School professor, potentially making it harder for states like California to use the courts to block federal policies. The fight over the travel ban, cast in the first weekend of the Trump presidency, has been one of the most rancorous. After the administration moved to block many travelers from several Muslim-majority countries from entering the U.S., Californians and state elected officials rushed to the airports in protest. Becerra, who had started his job 3 days earlier, quickly joined other states to sue. Federal officials revised the travel ban policy twice, prompting new lawsuits from California and other liberal states, and the Ninth Circuit ruled in December that the final version of the ban exceeded Trump's authority. But the Supreme Court disagreed, finding that the president had broad power to set immigration policy. One day, this nation and court will look back and regret this ruling that legalized discrimination, Becerra said of the High Court ruling in a statement. We will continue to fight actions that unlawfully target people based on their background or faith. In the pregnancy center case, the court struck down a California law requiring pro-life crisis pregnancy centers to post notices letting their clients know that free or low-cost abortion and other services were available to low-income women. The majority ruled that the law violated the center's freedom of speech, overturning a Ninth Circuit decision from October 2016. Conservative activists and leaders applauded both decisions Tuesday. The pregnancy center case put a halt to the abortion industry's campaign forcing pro-life advocates to act as a sales team for abortion, said Kristen Hawkins, the president of Students for Life of America. Overall, California has had some successes in its ongoing legal battle with Trump, most notably, a lawsuit filed by Becerra led to a federal judge blocking the administration's efforts to unravel the DACA program, which protects young undocumented immigrants from deportation. And most federal cases never make it to the Supreme Court, which could be a good thing for California's efforts. The rulings also highlight the importance of ongoing, under-the-radar battles over nominations to the federal courts. Senate Republicans have moved to confirm some of Trump's nominees without the traditional sign-off from their Democratic colleagues. Younger conservative judges that Trump appoints up and down the federal court system, including Gorsuch, will help shape American law for generations. If the Supreme Court continues issuing closely divided rulings with Republican-appointed judges backing the Trump administration and Democratic-appointed judges backing California, it would give weight to a worrying trend of apparent judicial partisanship, Levinson said. We're seeing this terrible blurring of the lines, with what looks more like a Republican versus Democrat ruling rather than a conservative versus liberal ruling, she said. That's not how it's supposed to be. AD Quality Auto 360p 720p 1080p. You might also like 3 reasons Singaporeans should apply for HSBC's HSBC Bank. Why you should apply for the HSBC Advanced Credit Card. HSBC Bank Air Conditioning Now. Finally affordable thanks to newthingstoday.com. Singapore AC companies angry at this new tiny device. HandyTechGadgets.com ranked most popular airports in the world for 2018. Far and wide explore a vibrant income and growth strategy. Allianz Global Investors. Olivia Nova dies, latest in string of porn star deaths. MercuryNews.com sentence in campus sex case blasted, did judge think? MercuryNews.com NBA draft, Larry Harris impressed with Jacob Evans. MercuryNews.com recommended by